Hello! So today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. It is using the Urban Decay Naked palette. I was inspired to do an eyeshadow look with this after I featured it in my top 5 eyeshadows for Redheads, which I will link below if you want to watch that video. It's just really nice and has so many wearable colours. I just don't use it that much anymore because I have other eyeshadows that I like to try, and it was my first ever eyeshadow palette, so it's an oldie but a goodie. The other thing is that I forgot to press record before I started filming, so you will not see me apply my foundation or concealer in this video. I kind of talk through that in a minute, and if you do want to see the foundation that I used, check out my video on the L'Oreal Cushion Foundation First Impressions, and that will give you a little bit more insight into what that foundation is like. Yeah, so I really hope that you enjoy watching this, and without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so my camera was not recording. I didn't press the record button and I just did my primer, foundation and concealer. So I'm just going to talk you through quickly what I did. I first sprayed the MAC Fix Plus as like a primer spray because it helps everything blend together really well. And then I used my Nude Magic Cushion Foundation, which I'm really angry doesn't say what shade it is anywhere on the packaging. I don't understand why. I tried this out in my first impressions video, which I'll link below, and I still really like it. It is very dewy though, and it's in the shade 04 if you want to know. I'm 100% sure that it is the shade 04 even though it doesn't say on the packaging. So it's my fake tan shade, and yeah, I do really like it, but it is like dewy, so for oily skins this wouldn't work. I applied that with my Morphe M439, and then I just patted my NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector in the shade Light on my blue bags right in the corner there, and then I concealed and highlighted the centre of my face with my Urban Decay Naked Concealer. So I'm gonna carry on now and set my under eyes with the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder in the shade Vanilla on this Real Techniques Duo Fibre powder brush, and just pat it under my eyes gently. I blended out my concealer with the Morphe M439, by the way. As I say, this is very dewy, so even when I use a powder, it's still really dewy and makes my skin feel oily throughout the day. So yeah, oily skins wouldn't be able to wear this for sure, because my skin is on the normal to dry side, definitely closer to dry. My skin doesn't produce a shred of oil naturally, so the fact that my skin feels oily when I'm wearing this foundation shows to me just how oily it is, or you know, it makes my skin feel. Okay, so I'm gonna go on to the eyes now. Rather than like priming, I'm going to just pat on a powder. So I'm just taking the same powder on this Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to press onto my eyelid. I love this brush for doing my eyelid priming. Just makes it really quick because it covers like the whole of my eyelid. Naked palette. What shall I do? I definitely want to use Half Baked because it's like my favourite shade in this palette. I think I'm going to use a little bit of Smog as well, and maybe a little bit of Toasted. But first I'm going to put a little bit of Naked, which is this shade right here, through the crease. So I'm taking this on a Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush, 227. I like this shade because it's really natural, and it's one of only 2 mattes in the palette. The other one is Buck, which is here, and that's nice, but it's a little bit dark, and because I'm doing a smoky look, I want it to be a little bit lighter in the crease because the other shades I'm going to use are going to be darker and smokier. I'm just going to blend that out with the Real Techniques duo fiber eye brush. It's just clean, it's got nothing on the brush, no product. So after we've kind of created that contour, I'm going to go in with Toasted first. I'm going to take this Morphe M139 brush, which is like a tapered crease brush, dip it into Toasted, pat it off. So I'm just concentrating it on the outer part of my eyelid, below that shade that we've already put in the crease. Then I'm going to take the same blending brush I just used. Then I will take Half Baked on my MAC 242 brush, which is this gold shade right in the center. This is definitely my favorite. It's so flattering on my eye color and my hair color and my pale skin. Just a very wearable gold. A lot of golds are a little bit too yellow, which means that they are a little bit harder to wear, but this one has the perfect amount of gold and kind of darker coppery shades to it. So it's a good balance, but it's definitely more gold than copper. Just patting that on in downward motions. In order to get an opaque finish, I'm building it up, so I'm dipping my brush in, applying it to my lid and then going back until I get the opacity that I desire. Or is it opaqueness? I don't know. I don't even know if that's a word, but basically make it really opaque. I'm then going to take a little bit more of that first Naked shade and just run it through the crease again, to make sure we're not losing what we already put down, because the gold can sometimes rub away what we've already done. And I'm going to take Toasted again on the same brush and build it up in the outer V. And then blend it out. So I am going to deepen it up very slightly with some of, I'm actually going to take some of Smog, which is this one right here. It's a beautiful like dark brown with a gold shimmer running through it, and I'm putting that over where we put the Toasted on a Morphe M506 brush, which is like a smaller version of the other one that we used, but it fits that much better in that area, so you can be more precise. I'm really not taking this through the crease at all, whereas I did with Toasted. With this one, I'm just putting it right on this outer section and not blending it through the crease. I'm then going to take this duo fiber brush again, make sure that it's all seamless. I'm just going to take a little bit more of Half Baked, just because I feel like we've lost the shade a little bit on the center of the lid, but I'm not taking it anywhere near the outer V. Blend out one more time, and then just for one last final touch, I'm going to take a Morphe B11 brush, which is like a winged liner brush, some of Dark Horse, which is this. I love this shade for liner. And I'm just going to press it really close to the lash line, just to give some definition, not to create a wing or anything like that. Got fallout. We'll fix that. So I'm also going to tightline, as usual, my upper eyelid with the Ardency in Modster eyeliner in Coffee. So for bronzer, I'm as usual taking my Solar Powder by Soap & Glory on this Zoeva Luxe Highlight brush. For blush today, I'm going to be using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Dim Infusion, excuse the dirty mirror, on the Real Techniques blush brush. So I've really got to get better at this filming makeup tutorials thing and check when my camera stops recording, because after 20 minutes of filming it cuts out. So I just applied highlight, I took Mary Luminizer by The Balm, which is a really, really pretty, just natural kind of champagne highlight. I applied it to the tops of my cheekbones, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, forehead and chin. Hopefully you can see the glow. I'm going to take Sin, which is right here, the furthest colour on the left, on this Real Techniques detail brush, I think detailer brush, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner of my eye. Also taking that on my brow bone. I'm going to take the same liner brush that we used on the top lid with Dark Horse again and just keep it super close to the lashes on the bottom, like that. And I'm just doing that in the outer part of my eye because it is the most flattering for my eye shape. It makes my eyes look bigger. And then I'm going to take this little tapered crease brush by Nanchi and take the Naked shade and blend that out. I'm actually really happy with this eye look. And then apply mascara. I'm still using this Max Factor Clumptify in the waterproof version. I did stock up on this before they stopped selling it. It's discontinued, I believe. They do still sell it in the non-waterproof version if that floats your boat. Mascara done. So I'm just going to do my brows off camera because I do have a brow routine up. So if you want to see an in-depth tutorial of how I do my brows, then go ahead and watch that. But I just used the Soap & Glory Archery Brow Pencil in the shade Blonde Shell to fill them in. So that is brows done. I just let my hair down and I'm going to do lips now. And I think I'm going to use this Revlon lip butter in Juicy Papaya. And the formula of these is so comfortable. It's like a tinted lip balm but with a little bit of extra pigment than that. And then because this foundation is so dewy, I'm going to set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and that will just make sure that nothing budges for the day. So that is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you are wanting to purchase this Urban Decay Naked palette or have it already in your collection, then I hope that this gave you an idea of a eyeshadow look that you could do with it, and I really like how it turned out actually. It's quite glam. I'm supposed to be going to the library today and I feel a bit dressed up for it, but I think it's really pretty for like a night out makeup look. So if you did like it, be sure to hit subscribe so that you will get updated whenever I upload a new video, and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.